stakes is high when you talking about
Hi 3D family. So excited to see you all again. It has been too long, yes, I know, but we're back up and running, and we're super excited still for this beautiful journey that we are going to be taking together, with more content to come, etc. But I'm sure you're wondering, why is it just me from 3D Dad and Daughter Discussions as opposed to my father and myself? This video is just a little different. I felt the need to provide some insight, a little background, and I guess maybe a brief preface to a topic that we discussed in our next video that I will be posting right after this one. I just think it's only fair to give my full perspective on it, because the bulk of the time it was more so my father speaking on his experience with it and all of that. So the topic that we honestly, it was a matter of word vomit. So it just kind of flowed into the topic that we were discussing, but it's about my relationship, or lack thereof, being non-existent at this point with my mother. We began talking about it because I wanted to discuss the video that my father sent me that I could very much relate to, and we'll touch more on that in the next video. But I just came out and let him know, like, this Mother's Day was very different for me. It was very different for me because we shot this video not too long after Mother's Day, and it was different for me because I did not spend it with my mom. I was alone, and it was by my own choosing. This is challenging for me, so I appreciate all of you bearing with me in this, but I did not go into a lot of detail about it in the video, just because honestly I was in the flow of the conversation, and it really didn't come off naturally. But in the midst of editing it, I did realize, I'm not really giving much of anything to where you would be able to connect the dots as to why I made the decision. And it's not really a matter of owing anybody an explanation, but I think it's healthy to share personal experiences and things along those lines with people that you are inviting into your platform. And I'm willing to do that. So really the short end of it is, because I'm going to be brief. I'm going to be very brief. I don't have it in me to Risa Tisa it out with the why the F did I get, or who the F did I marry. I just don't have it in me. It's going to be very brief. But to get to it, I decided to no longer have a continuous relationship with my mother right now, because I don't feel like I can trust her. And that is a big factor to me in any relationship, but especially with my parents. And it's just been a very, very long journey. But I came to that conclusion recently because of recent events that have transpired with her and my family. And it was a tough decision, but it was a decision that I made, and I've been in a very peaceful place ever since. This does not mean that tears were not involved, etc., but it was like a releasing of just disruptive energies. And that honestly has been the continuous cycle of my mother and my relationship since I was a little girl. I'm 33 now. This journey with the two of us and our strained relationship began when my parents got divorced, and that I was in like 6th grade. Yes, you can do the math with how long it's been. And you could probably imagine how tiring it is and how tired I have been. And that really is a big bulk as to why I made the decision as well. To give a little bit more insight into what has transpired over the years, I've been in one too many physical altercations with my mother. I've been threatened one too many times to be in more physical altercations with my mother from her. And this is all a matter of self-defense for me, just to be perfectly clear. And I don't appreciate and no longer want to endure having to look over my shoulder and wonder if my mother is going to take bits and pieces of information that I have shared with her in time and confidence as her daughter, and she turns around and she throws it back in my face or posts it on social media for the world to see whenever she's upset about something, or when she doesn't appreciate or like me being truthful or honest about not agreeing with certain actions that she is taking, or not agreeing with certain words that she is speaking. And you know, anybody that knows me and knows me well knows that I am a vocal person, and while being vocal, I do my very best to be honest in being vocal, while also delivering that honest message with as much love as possible. So I realize that it is challenging for a lot of us to receive or take heed to things that we really don't want to hear. However, I think that there is a line at some point to where you have to take a step back and just really think like, well, am I the problem? And I'm not perfect in it by any means. However, I'm just saying I'm one of those people that's going to let you know, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's cool. You know, or where do you think this is going to get you? Do you think it's going to help, etc.? And if you can't receive that, then yes, that is on you. You know, I don't have anything else to contribute when it comes to that. But yes, I would like to feel like I can go to my mother in a time of desperation and need, and it just be that, instead of it being that. And mind you, she was very helpful in this time of need that I needed her. I was in a legal situation and I needed help, and she was the one person that at the time I felt I could go to for a number of reasons. And I just would have appreciated her just taking that and just helping me the way that she helped me in that moment, instead of down the line, oh, you don't like that I tell you I don't agree with something, and you turn around and you dish it out for the world to see. You post and air out my dirty laundry on social media. I don't appreciate that. You pass judgment on me. You try to make me feel like lesser of a person. You play on my insecurities. You know, and I'm saying you, but I'm referring to she, to my mom. But I'm sure you guys get the picture. But yeah, those are things that are not indicative to me of what a mother is, what a mommy is. I have so many people around me that I love that have mothers, and I look at their relationships with their moms, and no, they're not perfect. However, I know good and well that their moms will not do an inkling of the things that my mother has done to me and my little brother. And it's years and years of trauma. And, you know, just to be clear, I am fairly aware that my mom has had her own struggles in life, and she's still dealing with those. But I think that it's something that she has to deal with at this point, because I've tried, I've done my part, I've done the work to be there with her through all of that, and through our moments of not speaking with each other months at a time because of this continuous cycle of just not agreeing about something. I don't want to have to be in that space anymore. I have, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when I found out that my mother was trying to have my little brother, his fiance, and my niece thrown out of their home, all because she did not agree with something that he said or did. And I'm not going into details about that. That's their business. But, I think that really gave me the clarity that I needed, that I can't trust my mom. Because who knows? Like, I don't have any children yet anyway. And I just would never want to look up and see that there would ever be a moment in time where she might just get upset in the drop of a hat, and because she wants something and she can't have it, and she tries to do something like that. I don't want to be in a position where my mother will try to have my child taken away from me due to false allegations that she's making up so that she can get what she wants, make her point proven. That is something that she is doing right now. And I just couldn't imagine ever doing that to my seeds, ever. So that is the tail end of it all. I have been, it was a definite process getting through this, but I'm okay. I've come so far, and I'm very proud of myself, which is also another reason threatening to have my freedom taken from me that I've worked so hard to keep and maintain. Since that legal situation where all my debts are paid, I made sure that that happened. Yes, I did. With the help and support of people around me that love and care about me, and I appreciate all of you so much. You know who you are. But I paid for all of that, and no, I could not have made it through without that support, but I did make sure that every red cent was paid the way they need to be paid on my own. And now I'm here, and I'm just not willing to allow anybody to threaten my sanity or peace for any reason. So she was drafting up something to make it seem like I committed such a crime, and it's completely false. But she says, well, it wouldn't be hard for them to believe because of your past records or whatever. Those are things that she's saying or has said to me. And it's also very challenging to maintain a healthy relationship with somebody that you are not able to rationalize with, and also not willing to genuinely do the work within themselves so that they can contribute to the relationship that the two of you have. And that's the thing too, I have worked very hard internally and externally. I've been in counseling for about 1.5 years now, and it's worked wonders for me. I'm just so thankful that I've taken that journey. My counselor is amazing. And get y'all a counselor too that looks like y'all, you know, because it's amazing what that does. And I'm not trying to say don't go the other way, but if you have the opportunity or the option, just try it out and see what you think. I love it. I've gone both routes, and both routes have been helpful, but this one I've been more consistent with this, and I think that's why I've made it to this point where I've been able to just let go and be at peace with that. And if I'm going to be in any type of connection or relationship with you, whomever you are, family, man, friend, yes, I will be there for you in your challenging moments. However, you have to do the work, because if I'm doing the work for myself to make sure that I'm giving you everything that I can to be my best self in this connection, I'm going to need for you to do the same thing for me. I am. So that's just honestly speaking, and yeah. So that's where I stand with it. I don't know what the future holds. I will make it very clear that I do love my mother, and we do have a good connection when things are good. It is a reality that a lot of times there's just a lot of bad that can outweigh some good. And I'm just not in a place in my life where I want any bad outweighing the good. I want things contributed to the happiness that I worked so diligently to build. So that's what I have. I, again, thank you so much for watching the 1D out of the DD for 3D discussions, for watching me and listening to me. I am open to hearing any feedback, any insight. You know, we have our link below where we have our line where you can call in and leave a message, and we will be doing a live stream where we listen to your messages or responses, to give any insight, feedback, questions, or if you're able to, if you have your own story that you want to share, if you can relate to this, because I find a lot of people are in my circle that cannot relate to this. They can't. That's why the video that we're discussing was so refreshing to me that I had to just, you know, I was like, Dad, we have to discuss this. So I'm just thankful for this platform, and for those of you who are still rocking with me, and, you know, even if you can't relate, but you can still understand, I love you, you know, I appreciate you all the more. And if you don't, and you're passing judgment because of my reasons, then you can just go in the bucket of people over there that I could care less about. So, yes. Thank you again, and until next time, I'll see you in the next 3D Data Discussions video. Later.
Stakes is high. You know them stakes is high when you talking about